Hello guys, long time no chat, very long time actually. I don't think I've done one of these for 2022, one of my sit down chit chats with me, and that is how busy things have been. I'm doing an update in the vlog. I'm vlogging like day after day after day to give you an update on things because we took a turn for some crazy activity when the renovations were meant to start at our property. Let's not talk about it in here. But maybe I have done a 2022 fold washing with me and I've asked how your New Year's have been. So my usual just a little update. How is everyone? We have had a very busy, let's just call it a month. We've had a very busy month. I think every state in Australia had delays to school starting. We had 2 weeks. The man has just started prep. He is doing extremely well. He is extremely tired, but doing extremely well. So we're sort of ticking a box there. Can you hear that noise? If you can, that noise is our fridge. Our fridge is literally decided after we've just paid some massive unexpected bills. Our fridge has now decided that it is making this really awesome sound, wakes us up in the middle of the night, and is now starting to freeze my tomatoes and lettuce. And I've got a feeling it is on the brink of just not turning on one day. So now we're also looking at getting another fridge. If you can hear noise in the background, that is what it is. I am very sorry. I'm actually folding washing while the kids are asleep. I have spent every waking moment not in this house, and everything is catching up with me. And on top of everything that's going on, like I said, we have school, and every night I have to prep lunches. So if you're a parent and you've got a child at school, either one, you're celebrating because it seems like we're getting back into like a routine, and there is no homeschooling for families this year. So I think some of the more advanced parents when it comes to schooling are celebrating. I'm sitting down here some nights with my son in tears at 6 p.m. because he is overtired. I've just ripped my nail. And then I'm sitting going, I have to get up and make a lunch for him. I make most of his lunches in the evening, and then in the morning I'll just pull together like a fresh sandwich for him. It's easy. It's just that mundane, oh, I've got to come up with something. What's he going to have today? Will he like to eat this today? He's just had pikelets for the past 3 days. Should I give him something different? Maybe, maybe not. But that's how things are going here. I'll put the call out and you can leave your comments in the comment section. I would love to know how you guys have been, whether it's the good, the bad, or the ugly. We're just a communication forum here, so I would really love to know how you guys are going. I do have an update I'll do at the end of the video. If I remember, someone please remind myself there's an update on the 28-day Feb challenge. It's not a good update, I'm not going to lie, that I do need to give you guys an update on that. But for today's topic, I thought I would talk about, it's come in very timely, about routines. Our routine has significantly changed, and it's going to change again in the coming weeks once we move, because it just all changes again, right down to the part where we move into. For the short future, we will only have the one bathroom, one toilet, and where we are now we have 4 toilets. We've never needed 4 toilets. This is the only rental we could get at the time. But we're going to have a change in our living situations. The little man is at school, which has seen a massive change in routine. He has taken to school really well, like I said before. But there are definitely things that I didn't expect that would come with this kind of change. So first of all, I did not think my son would eat his lunches. I made a huge effort from the time he finished kindy. I think he ended up having like 5 weeks off because thanks to starting school late, he was home for a lot longer period of time. Am I totally putting washing in the wrong pile? I am. What am I doing? This just shows how tired I am. I'm running off very little sleep at the moment because I've just got too much going through my head. And the other night I just sat up in bed. I'm like, go get a pen and paper. Get a pen and paper, write all the stuff down, clear it out, and try and get back to sleep. So I got a couple hours sleep the other night. I'm just in overdrive at the moment, and my brain just won't shut off. And I'll wake up and think of something and then have to do it. Like, school uniform, is that folded and ready for the next day sort of thing? I just can't get my brain shutting down because all this routine is changing. So we've got the school, trying to get these piles right, Joanne. School sort of routine is going really well, but my little miss has really taken a hit. She doesn't have her bestie, her brother, home for the 3 days that she's at home. So she's now running as a solo child 3 days a week while little man goes to school, and she's just at home chilling with me. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't done the most exciting things for the past 2 weeks because the house stuff has come up and it's just been an absolute nightmare. But even when we had like I think I have done 2 play group catches ups. Why am I gonna pile over there? I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, 2 play dates with her friends, and even then she was emotional. So I think she's just struggling with the change on her side. My son is great. He's just tired. I've had a massive change because my days, 5 days a week, are literally measured now to a T. I can't be late at school pickup, and if I'm early, I'm sitting in the car for like 20 minutes. And the days are quite short because I drop him off just before 9. I get to go into the class with him because he is a preppy, and our school is extremely small and they allow that, which is a great thing about the school that we're going to. So the time I get into my car and leave, it's like 9:05, which is a great time. But then I'm leaving at like 20 to 3 to go pick him up because I park the car, I grab little miss, we walk up to his classroom and we went outside for them to bring them out. We don't go into the classroom, they bring them out. Obviously it's better air and all that kind of stuff that's in the policies for kids going back to school in either Queensland or Australia. I'm not too sure on the details of it. But I literally have a very small window throughout the day. It's like, what, 5 hours where I either had the kids at home with me all day and we would just like run around and do things with no like real time constraints. If we were out for like a longer period of time, you can see my washing pile over here. It's huge. If we were out for like an extended period of time, I'd make sure the kids had snacks and we would just go for it. And if the kids are at daycare, now they're too small, too small pile. If the kids were at daycare, I'm like, well, I could pick them up anywhere between like 3:30, 4. My husband had surgery like once, so I picked the kids up at like 4:15. That was fine. I can't do that now. I can't just pick my kids up roughly around this time frame. I'm on like a full schedule. That was a shock to my system, and I am very much, and my kids are very much, also my son as well, routine. We like the structure. My kids have a certain expectation at a certain time in the evening that we have dinner and we have bath and we have a book. At the moment we're doing like lots of board games and it's bedtime. And if they don't have that, that's usually when there's the meltdowns that come through. So I was very, very aware with my son leading up to school when we talk about it, what we would do, how things might change. He has taken to it so well. It seems like me and little miss have really struggled with the change. I am getting so tired. Now I have been sick. It's not the C word. It's tested. It's fine. I just had viral infection go around. I'm just going to say I probably had the common cold that went through my system at some point. But I think it's just with everything going on. Where's my pile? I'm getting so confused. I'm just exhausted, and I think it's mental exhaustion as well. I don't know if other parents out there who have got kids going into, I'm going to name a whole bunch of things because in Australia we just can't be consistent on the one thing, which I find really weird. You've either got a little one in kindy or preschool or full-time daycare, I worried more when they were at school compared to daycare, because my kids only went to daycare when they first started, like 1 day a week. But I worry about him at school 5 days a week. And it's not like I sit there and I'm just down here, guys. It's not like I sit there and I worry all day. It's constantly in the back of my head going, gee, I hope he's having a good day. Did he make some new friends there today? He does know kids that go to his school, which is a bonus. But I'm like, is he listening to the teacher? Does he like his teacher? Does he eat his lunch today? And I worry and worry and worry and worry and worry. And it's in the back of my mind. And I see little Miss sitting there, and she's lonely and she's bored. So I organise play dates, and then she's still upset or she's tired. And at 10 a.m. she says, I'm ready to go pick up Eddie now. And we can't for like another 4 hours. And it just, I think the mental load has literally hit me in the past 2 days. And I am so tired. And on top of that, just to give you like a really brief overview, I go into so much detail in the renovation vlogs I've been doing. We had to take out, this is actually quite funny because we never would have known unless this happened. I don't know how else to explain it. We found asbestos through, you'll find out in the video. We found asbestos in the roof. Wouldn't have been uncommon because it's a very old home. Our home is, how old is she? She's 85 years old, maybe almost 90 years old. She's old, so it was almost guaranteed to have asbestos in it. Did not expect it. Did not expect the bill that came with it, and it's kind of just snowballed from there because the asbestos is in the ceiling. We decided to replace the ceiling, which is probably a very smart thing to do, but we have been advised that because it's in the ceiling and you have insulation in the ceiling, technically the insulation is now contaminated and they need to remove that. So now we've had to go and replace all of the insulation, and while we're up there we're finding that the wires aren't that great and we want to put extra lights in, so now we have to rewire the roof. And all this came about, literally, what would it work out to be? Probably about 10 days before we actually planned to move. So you can't see around me, but there's not a lot in this house. So just to, actually, I won't go into it because I go into it in the actual vlog. My point of that is I'm just getting really tired because just everything is hit at once. It's intense. So I don't know if you guys like me and thrive from a routine, but the past few weeks I didn't realize how much, why is my phone going off? That is why, how reliant I am, and I keep checking my phone and my watch when things come through because I've got about 50 things on the go that I'm trying to keep on top of. I'm so reliant on routine to help kind of keep me calm and organized. I actually sat down in the night and like, I crave and I thrive off of routine, and I haven't been doing my regular uploads, which has put me out of sync. I haven't been, the only thing that has been routine for me consistently for probably the past, let's just say 5 months, because that takes me back to probably old routine times, is doing my grocery shop on a Friday. And even then, there was 1 week when I didn't do a grocery shop. I didn't do a haul because I actually shopped on a Sunday. So I am feeling so out of sorts. I'm interested to hear from those that also are in a routine, and when their routine just gets like thrown into chaos, how they come about the other end. I've got a few things I'm doing, like I'm writing things down. So I've got pens and books and stuff everywhere. I'm writing and writing. I've got one master book, and I've got activities for the day, overview for the week, so I can plan weeks in advance. And then I go in detail to like the months ahead, and that actually helps, excuse me, helps calm me down. So when I get like really, oh my goodness, we've got this happening, we've got this person coming out, we've got to move on this date here, this has come up for school, I can actually look forward to the next like month or two and see that things do actually calm down, and it actually makes me feel a little bit better. When I was at uni, I actually studied psychology for part of my degree, and I'm sure it's pretty common knowledge, and if it's not, you're going to learn something right now. But they would, we were talking around depression and anxiety, and depression is when you look at things from the past and you sort of, for a better word, dwell on them and think about them, and it, you know, it upsets you and it brings up memories and it can make people quite depressed, whereas anxiety is the unknown. You're looking forward to the future and you don't know, and it makes you anxious, and you can't analyze anything because the event hasn't taken place yet, and that sort of thing there. So anxiety and depression, that's sort of how they're categorized in a real quick summary, guys, like super quick summary of those two areas. So for me, I was like, okay, well, let's start writing things down. So when I get anxious, I can see it, I can visualize it, talk about it, plan it. I've been doing a catch up with a girlfriend every week because, oh my goodness, my poor girlfriend. I'm not going to go into too much detail. It's not my story to tell, but she just had the worst thing you could ever imagine happening to your family home in a blink of an eye, and it has absolutely shocked her family. It has absolutely shocked all of her friends. So her whole life has changed the past 2 weeks. Again, everything's happened in the last 2 weeks. So I've been catching up with her every week just to chat, not only to help her but to help me, and we sort of sit there and chat and bounce things off of each other. So I found that really helps, finding someone that I can talk to. I have my husband, I have my parents I can talk to, and they help me with certain things. I do find just having another person that doesn't live with me, maybe doesn't know the details of the day-to-day that I catch up with regularly, excuse me, and her and I had some really good catch-ups and that sort of thing there. So there are a couple of the things that I have been using to just get through the next few weeks. I'm going to call it of like cloudiness. Things are very cloudy at the moment because I don't exactly know. All I know is this is the date we're moving, and we have got a heck of a journey the next 3 days. It is going to get flat out. It is going to get crazy. We're going to have midnight 2 a.m. works happening, not only at the house but on our end, getting some planning done while my husband works full time, while we've got the kids at school, while I've got one home with me, and trying to reassure them as well that everything is still normal for them, although there's change coming. They've been to the house, they've seen it. Like I said at the beginning, there's a lot of change happening that little miss is really struggling with, and then we're about to move, and it's a very different environment. I mean, it's still a house, but it's different for her. So we spent a lot of time at the other house. I moved all her toys across. I then had to move them back out again, but you'll hear about that in the vlog. So that's just kind of where I've been lately, and sort of what's happening with all this change going on in my life. And I think it's a really, really good topic, and I love when people get involved in these videos that I do. So make comments below and start a conversation on it. We have all been through forced change in the past few years. I don't like change. I don't like change that's out of my control, that I can't plan and look at and be comfortable and agree with and go, okay, yeah, this is what we're going to do. Let's go that way. And when it's forced, a forced lockdown, a forced closure, changes to school start dates, asbestos in the ceiling, I don't handle well with that change. And apparently statistics do show that a lot of humans don't handle with forced change. And I must say, we have gone through almost every single one of my white t-shirts has literally been destroyed. So bit of ironing reduction there because I just give up now. They've all got paint on them and they're all covered in filth. But we have definitely gone through so much change in the past couple of years, and now we continue to go through change as what appears to be things opening up again, and what has happened the past couple of years is starting to, without being rude or anything like that, definitely starting to calm down, I want to say, which is good to see. But yeah, when you sit down and think of everything that has happened either in your life or just the world in general, I feel like we all just need a holiday. This, like, globally, they need to have like a week, like a national or a global week of when the pandemic's over. Everyone just has a week off, like a week off of nothing. just so we can sit there and just not think and not bother and not do anything. I don't mean this in a rude way or a mean way. Please don't take any offense to it, please. I've had a bit of a run-in with a couple of, not a couple, one person actually was very targeted towards me, and I actually had to end up deleting them from my account, which I've never done before. I had some pretty horrible messages and DMs left on my Instagram account. I'm a big girl, I'm fine, but they were just really uncalled for things, and that's just not something that needs to be written. I'm all for constructive criticism. I've never deleted a comment on my Instagram or YouTube channel or Facebook or anything like that. I've never deleted anything, but this one here just went to the next level. It was very, very mean stuff written. So just be mindful, feel free to have your says and that kind of thing. I'm all for it, and I always listen to two sides of the story. But yeah, I'm just sitting here being like, wouldn't it be nice if we could all just stop and chill? Oh look, my watch has just said that I've achieved a goal today, which your move goal. I've moved enough today. I could easily say that because I've been packing. So that's where things are up to there. I felt like I've been rambling a bit at the end, but that's kind of what I end up doing. Guys, you know that. But the last thing I wanted to sort of touch base on, and I tried really hard to try and make this work, and then I had to sit down last week, and I'm like, reality's kicked in. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Make the call and stop. Sometimes you have to make decisions that are not beneficial to yourself or others, that aren't what you want to do, but they have to happen just for so many other reasons, whatever they are. And for me, it was time, exhaustion, and the quality of what I was producing I was really not happy with. And that is my 28-day financial February challenge. And I'm hoping you guys can kind of see that there's been a lot going on with lots of other stuff, and this February challenge kind of was a great idea 6 months ago when I was working on it, but then I didn't realize the school starting, it got delayed, which kind of messed things a little bit because I still had children at home full time. I'd filmed 2 other videos to put up, and you could just see, I watched them back. I sat there and edited them. I spent hours editing them, and I sat back and watched them. I'm like, these are crap. They're absolutely crap. And there were important topics talking about debt, financings, and all that kind of thing. So I am going to do Financial February every single year come February. I now know the approach I need to take to it to make sure it gets done and delivered in a better way. I have launched my budget planner. That is up on my website. The paid one is up, and the free one should be up in the next 24 hours, depending when you're watching this video. It's going to be up probably mid-February for you all. So there's a free version and there is a paid version. The paid version is a lot more customized, goes into a lot more details, and gives you a really good overview of budgeting. I do not want to put out my February 28-day challenge when it is literally a piss poor effort on my end, and that's just me being honest and blunt, because I am so tired. I'm not putting in all the notes I've written. I've got like a little book that you could download to my website and print out. I don't have that uploaded. I'm really not happy with what I was doing, so I decided to pull the pin on it. All right, I'm back. My camera is full, sorry. So I haven't pulled the pin. I have put it on pause until I am in a better environment, better headspace, have better time where I can sit down and properly finish it. I need to do it properly because it is helping people with their money. I don't want to do a half job and then it's not going to give you any value in any input. So I am really sorry for those that were really looking forward to it, because I talked about it all the time. And I've definitely sat down and taken some time to review on how I announce things and how I promote things, and if I'm going to do something, I need to make sure that that project has already started and it's near completion when I start talking about it, so I'm not going to be in this kind of situation again. So I am extremely sorry for those that were wanting to join me on the 28-day challenge. You could do the 28-day Feb challenge for your finances. any 28 days you choose. I chose to do it in February because it's 28 days in February, and for Australia we go through Christmas, New Year's, back to school, back to work, and there's a lot of bills that come in. Perfect time to redo your finances come February. So February 2023, I will be launching it, but I'm probably going to do some things throughout the year still focused on the finances. I'm extremely disappointed I couldn't do it sooner, but I'm hoping you all understand everything that is going on, and just there's a lot happening. There's even stuff that happens that people don't talk about, don't put on social media, and that is another reason why I stopped saying a day in the life. This is not a day in the life. This is like highlights of my life that I have pulled out from filming all day and I put into a video and put on YouTube. A day in my life does not show the tantrums, the spilt coffees, the phone calls you get, the questions you get, the unexpected bills come in. It doesn't show any of that. And then some people do show the children or the messy homes. That's still a highlight from the day, whether it's a low light or a highlight. It's still a section of the day they've taken and filmed. It's not a full day in the life. So please just keep that in mind. There is so much that happens in everyone's lives, and when other things just start piling on, something squishes out. And for me, I had to squish out the 28-day challenge because it was the quality and the effort I was putting into it. It was not there, I'm not gonna lie. So that is my update. I have pretty much smashed out all of my clothes with the washing. I've just got, like, you know, the sheets and the sheets to do. And I'm kind of like, do I even bother? Or do I just wait till the morning and then strip the other beds and then quickly make it with the new sheets? I don't know. But that is my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you appreciate, or at least accept, my honesty with where things are up to. I really want to get back on track with my videos. I have filmed so much, and I said this quite a few times, I have filmed so much. It's the sitting down, the editing, and the uploading. I get to the evening and my husband and I talk about everything that has to happen the next day, because then the next project has to come in like the 2 days after, and I just sit there and get very overwhelmed. So bear with me. Give me 10 more days, guys, and then I'm not between two homes. I'm in one home, and I don't think life will be as stressful anymore. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got the folded washing with me, enjoyed your cup of tea or your glass of wine, depending what takes your fancy, and we will talk soon. Bye.